You were the undisputed top dog of the tower, grinding in the shadows for 50 years straight. To keep your profile low, you even rocked a cheap 1-cent mask to hide your face. But after biting the dust, you somehow wake up 20 years later in the body of a total loser. And the kicker, the locals worship you like some kind of deity. To figure this mess out, let's rewind to the day the 8th floor fell. Absolute chaos erupted in the deadlands of the 8th floor. Footsteps pounded the ground, matching the frantic rhythm of heartbeats. Soldiers marched in lockstep behind Kazuki. He freezes, throwing up a hand to signal the squad. With a stone-cold expression, Kazuki announces, "We are here to pull off the impossible today. Taking down the 8th floor guardian. Do not drag your feet just because this is a joint alliance raid. If we do not scrub this place clean, the 9th floor stays a myth forever." Suddenly, the troops split, carving out a path. Kazuki narrows his eyes. Look who finally showed up. Spotting the approaching crew, Kazuki recognizes the Blue Eyes Guild. Leading the pack is a man hiding behind that signature mask. He flashes his trademark grin. Strolling over to chat up Subaru, Subaru hits him with a polite, "Sorry to keep you guys waiting." Kazuki shakes his hand with a smirk. "Waiting, buddy? You're the first one here." Subaru raises an eyebrow. "I heard the martial arts squad was joining the party today." Kazuki sighs. "You are the main event, Narakami Subaru. They probably just want to pick up whatever scraps you leave behind." Right at that second, Subaru grips his sword hilt and speaks up. If scraps are all they are after, Subaru drops a heavy hint. "Then I've got something for you right here." He drops a glowing object into Kazuki's palm. A status window pops open. Archangel's Blessing. Kazuki is confused. "What is this?" Subaru explains. "I plan to clear this raid flawlessly, but this is just insurance. You hold on to it for me." Kazuki hesitates, listening to him. "But you need this way more than I do." Subaru cuts him off. "Besides, you planning to come back to Blue Eyes after this brawl?" Subaru emphasizes, "You can get it back to me then." In that moment, Kazuki looks down, a wave of melancholy hitting him. Subaru pats his shoulder, reassuring him. "Well, if you do not want to return it, keep it forever. Your call." Suddenly, a deafening boom tears through the air, making them both snap their heads toward the noise. Subaru warns, "Here it comes." Kazuki is shook. It is revealing itself this early. Moments before the historic clash, everyone rallies. 8th floor guardian Kazuki screams the order. Brace for impact. The poison dragon Hydra emerges, heads writhing, and launches an assault on the squad. Subaru looks up, scanning the beast, and lets out a sigh. What a hideous freak. Dark energy engulfs Subaru's hand. Thing makes my skin crawl. The system pings as lightning surges through Subaru's entire frame. His voice drops to sub-zero. "Today is your expiration date." The poison dragon Hydracide eyes Subaru. Instantly, the heads roar in unison, charging up a massive green sphere of doom. Kazuki panics, yelling commands. It is unleashing a breath attack. Everybody fall back, but Subaru stand his ground. No need. Watching the monsters run wild, Kazuki asks in disbelief, "What are you talking about?" The Hydra combines its power, its roar, shattering the atmosphere. In a split second, Subaru touches his hilt and draws. Finally, Subaru slashes the empty air, unleashing a torrent of dark power. Two titanic forces, good and evil, collide heated. Kazuki watches a ruck. "Subaru, you never change, do you?" Chino skips over, hyping him up. "You're a beast, Subaru. Your training is legit." Seeger rubs his neck, complaining. "Damn it, I was a step too slow. Wanted to land the first hit." Vina looks up and asks, "Hey, what did you hand Kazuki earlier?" Subaru's voice is cryptic. "You will find out soon enough." He looks around. "Everyone ready? Let's slaughter this giant lizard and clear floor 8 right now." The entire squad charges the monster, leaving Kazuki standing alone in the back. He watches indifferently. Look at them. So united. Suddenly, a voice from behind whispers, "Just as planned." Hidden soldiers emerge from the shadows, taking position. Kazuki turns, smiling coldly. "Perfect. Let's get this started." Someone finally took the bait. The mystery figure muttered, "Hope luck is on your side, kid." Kazuki glanced back at the battlefield, his eyes dead cold. He watched with zero emotion. Her silhouette looked fragile against the storm, hair whipping around like a flag of war. Then the squad moved, as one launching a full-scale raid on the beast. Instantly, the poison dragon snapped, its glowing red eyes opened and unhinged its massive jaw, unleashing a torrent of lightning. That thing looked like a nightmare with teeth. Vina didn't flinch. She charged straight into the kill zone. Saigen screamed over the chaos. "Yo, a heads up before you go berserk. We'll be nice right then." She glanced back to see a blade flashing in the light. Rina scoffed. "Seriously, you still can't keep up with my style." But he barked back. There's style, and then there's being reckless. Watch your six. Isaac jumped into the fray with a grin. Hey, Tusha, wanna bet? Who racks up the most damage? A crimson light flooded the arena as the beast howled. They surrounded it, attacking from all angles. Tusha grunted. If that's how we're playing, then cut in. Loser buys dinner tonight. He flashed a cocky smirk and unleashed a devastating sword strike. As the behemoth crashed down, Isaac called out, "My bad, Chino." She flared her power, shouting back, "Don't worry about me. Just keep the DPS coming." Chino summoned a massive barrier to cover them. "I'll handle the tanking. Focus on attack." That's when Kazuki stepped out of the shadows behind her, his voice a deadly whisper. "Chino, you really think you can block this?" Before she could blink, the strike landed. Zero defense. Kazuki's tone was ice cold. "For real, though, this is the price you pay for being arrogant." Subaru sensed the shift instantly spinning around as a choked gasp cut through the air. Subaru Chino crumbled, hitting the dirt hard. But what froze Subaru's blood was seeing him standing there wearing that chilling smirk. Rage exploded in Subaru's eyes, veins popping like he was about to snap. Kazuki taunted him. Subaru eyes on the prize. "Don't look away now." Right then, the poison dragon was closing in on him. Subaru and LT, Unk and GT's voice cracked raw with betrayal. "Kazuki, why?" Then darkness. The system interface booted up. "You have been chosen by the tower. Prepare for the climb. The tutorial begins now." A global notification pinged every player. The tower's first message. Was it a challenge or a twisted blessing? Even now, nobody knows who sent it or why. The true purpose remains a black box. We just followed orders. An absolute command we couldn't refuse. And so the grind began. We aimed for the peak, a place no soul had ever reached. Earth Morum, Lucan, warriors from every dimension carrying their own burdens. Today, the climb continues. The sky wasn't blue anymore, just a choked haze of dust and smoke. The corpses of poison. Dragon monsters littered the freezing ground. The battle was won, but the cost was absolute. Heroes died here. Subaru gasped for air, lungs burning in the cold. Floor 8, boss room. The red dragon hydra. His voice trembled thick with grief and resentment. "I told you guys to run, but nobody listened. They finally took down the unkillable beast, but what cost?" Subaru stared at his fallen squad, choking on tears. "I don't remember giving you permission to die." His brothers in arms gone. He screamed in agony. "You idiots." The system alarms blared relentlessly. Status poisoned. Natural recovery disabled. Fatigue, level 94. If he could just go back. Subaru knew exactly what they'd say. The system mocked him. Fatigue at 100 means death. Classic Subaru Narukami, the Thunder King. He turned his gaze to the traitor, whispering, Why did you do this?" Seeing that smirk again, Subaru snapped, screaming, "Answer me, Kazuki Kyojo." Kazuki stood up and crouched right in front of him. "It's been 10 years, Subaru. I've been chasing this moment for 10 long years. Everyone needs to get it. This was the only way I could beat you. If I didn't create a distraction, those precious blue eyes of yours would have seen right through me. You have no clue how much your gifts tortured me, so I chose the world over you." He forced the words out. "That's all there is to it. Shame it had to end like this. But at least I get to see the finale. Oh, right. I guess I don't need to return this anymore. The blue eyes die with you anyway. Don't look so sad. Even in death, you'll go down in history as a hero. Not that you'll be around to verify it." Subaru and LT, Unk and GT's voice dropped to a growl until the bitter end. You only hear what you want to hear. Fighting to keep it together, Subaru clawed at the dirt. Subaru analyzed the nightmare in front of him, mind racing. At this rate, his gaze sharpened. It wasn't over. I'm absolutely cooked, but I ain't going out like a punk without a fight. Kazuki whipped his head around, eyes wide with pure terror. "No way," he screamed. Right then, the system interface glitched into view. Legendary rank Aala's counter reading. For Subaru lunged forward, roaring with grit. "It's still active. Think I'm out of juice. Keep guessing. Trash system confirm. Uses remaining 4. He did the quick math. I've got 4 shots left in the chamber and exactly 4 Blue EY members still breathing." He unleashed hell, praying his squad could make it out. Kazuki barked orders, veins popping after them. "Move it. Wipe them all out." One of the lackeys signaled the charge. "Go now." The battlefield was massive. A giant magical fan dominated the center. Blood trickled down Subaru's chin as he screamed, "Oh no, you don't." He raised a hand, leaking raw energy. ULT stuck in here with ME status alert. Fatigue, level critical. Fatigue spiked to 95. The Thunder King's durability was failing. Didn't matter. Subaru pulled the trigger on his full power. Skill activated. Descent of the Thunder King. "Subaru." The enemy scoffed. "You just don't know when to quit, do you?" His body was breaking apart. Fatigue hit 96, but his voice ice cold. I don't know what kind of payout Kyojo promised you sellouts, but I hope it was worth your lives. Because starting now, nobody leaves this circle unless I say so. The enemy squad hesitated, sweat beads forming. They realized at this rate, screw it. They rushed him, going Allen, blades raised high, ready to crash down for the kill. Any other day, these clowns wouldn't stand a chance, Subaru thought, spinning his weapon with a tight grip. But if Kazuki jumps in, I'm toast. Just handling the fodder is draining me. My fatigue stat is the real killer. His mind was racing. I can't keep this up. A moment of distraction. Bam! Backstabbed. Subaru grimaced, coughing up a fountain of blood. System warning. Fatigue at 98. Running on fumes, Subaru whipped around to strike back. The battlefield was a mess of gore and giant gashes. Light illuminated the carnage. His legs felt like lead. His sword clattered to the ground. Kazuki cheered like a maniac. We did it. We finally killed Subaru Narukami. But suddenly, Subaru was right in his face, whispering, "You killed who exactly?" His body erupted. A massive surge of lightning exploded. The goon was fried instantly, eyes rolling back into his skull. Smoke cleared, body dropped. Subaru gripped the blade, impaled in his own gut. He was running on empty. He collapsed to his knees. He's down. Someone shouted. Is it finally over? Kazuki sculpted behind his minions, watching that monster. Subaru can't believe he went out that easily. System alarm fatigue 99. Donji. Warning. Death imminent at fatigue 100. Subaru and LT. Unkin GT. S-mind drifted. Kazuki, you of all people should know, even as my legs give out, that in the end, suddenly Subaru bellowed. Incoming. His eyes were dark pools of pure vengeance. I win. Was he planning my eulogy? System activate. Archangel's blessing. This is my ticket out. Kazuki's jaw dropped, eyes bulging in horror. Subaru's blade was already airborne and right in his face before he could blink. Impossible. Kazuki gasped. Told you I'd win. Dropping one-liners while looking like roadkill. Kazuki. I just wanted to see his lights go out before mine did. My final thunder flash definitely connected. Weird though. Is this what dying feels like? Am I going to be stuck in this limbo forever? This is pure torture. Wait, what's that funk I can actually smell? Could it be? Clang. A metal lid hit the pavement. Subaru was sitting in a dumpster surrounded by garbage. He looked around completely dazed. Is this hell? A hologram popped up. Name Subaru Hosoi. Origin Earth. He froze. Subaru Hosoi. What the actual hell? What kind of trash stats are these? Subaru raged, and that name definitely doesn't match this face. And Earth? That place is just a dumpster fire. Passers-by started whispering, yo, look at this bum. You just hanging out here to make us look good? Yep, he sized up the situation instantly. Subaru Narukami is an anomaly. Wait, is his power really sitting at 50% of what it was 20 years ago? Subaru Narukami died 20 years back. Seriously? Then whose body is this? Subaru crawls out of a literal dumpster, totally dazed. You kidding me? Is this a glitch in the Matrix? Bam! He face plants onto the concrete. Pain shoots through him. Subaru stares at the item in front of him. Skepticism written all over his face. He snatches up the player gear. Muscle memory kicks in. If I use this, fingers flying across the interface, he searches for the blue eye. System ping. Blue zone. Successor to the blue eye. Insufficient power. What's the dark secret behind this blue zone tag? The blue zone is thriving, inheriting the will of Subaru, Narukami, and the blue eye. And today, Guildmaster Kyojo is live. We're crushing the next tournament. They're discussing the hero spirit of the blue eye from that day, 20 years ago. He can't believe his eyes. No way. Subaru zooms in on the face of the man on the screen, totally shook. That guy isn't dead. The dude on the monitor is way too familiar. Kazuki, Kyojo. They weren't enemies back then. Subaru's mind rewinds to that conversation. What's up calling me out at this hour? He replied, Subaru, I'm thinking about leaving the blue eye. Subaru frowned. Yo, what? Out of nowhere. Kazuki proposed. I need you to break the news to the others for me. Friends. At least that's what Subaru thought they were. His voice dropped. You'll understand why soon. Don't worry. Even when I'm gone, I'll always be your shadow. Fast forward a few years. Kazuki started a guild and showed up again. He used a name they used to joke about. Blue Zone. That was the shadow he talked about, but he's still stuck on floor 9, meaning he's achieved 0 progress in 20 years. Suddenly, Subaru freezes. The bulletin board is blowing up with people heading to a memorial service. The Subaru Narukami Memorial Hall. Memories that haven't faded even after 2 decades. He jolts. My memorial hall. Subaru stands right in front of the entrance to the Subaru Narukami Shrine. He's stunned. Okay, this building is way more impressive than I expected. Center stage. A mask is displayed like a holy relic. The crowd is locked in, hyper-focused on the display. Subaru stands there, totally lost in the sauce, remembering me for what he shuffles forward, heavy steps, eyes darting everywhere in confusion. Who did this and why? A booming voice splits his headache open. He was the blueprint for us all, the hero of the Blue-Eyed Guild, the man who created the undefeated legend, the man closest to the tower's peak. Subaru Narukami. My squad, and I will honor him forever. Subaru's eyes widen in horror. You gotta be joking. Kazuki's voice echoes. We built this hall to remember. Subaru is fuming, veins popping on his neck. You, Kazuki, the voice continues. Narukami and the Blue Eye are gone. However, Blue Zone remains. We inherit their noble spirit. Subaru clenches his fist, screaming inside. Shut up. Stop spouting trash. Wasn't killing me enough for you. Now I have to live up to your twisted expectations. The sermon drags on. Narukami and the Blue I will never return. Subaru glares. Just you wait, Kazuki. Those fake eyes on the screen. We will never forget them. His mind rebels. That narrative. I'm rewriting it from scratch. Subaru looks up at the sky, plotting. I won't let him pull this crap again. I'm not wasting this second life. Suddenly, something grips his ankle tight. Subaru instinctively catches the weak figure stumbling into him. He shakes the person. Hey! The face looks up and Subaru freezes. Is that my mask? Two people rush in. So sorry. You okay, Minato? You good? Don't worry. Just a little fender bender. You sure you aren't hurt? Subaru spirals. Wait, these guys too. Subaru spins around, panic setting in. What the hell? He frantically rubs his eyes. Wide-eyed terror. What is this nightmare? Everyone around him. They're all wearing his face from his past life. What's going on? Kazuki's voice turns cold. It's a shame it came to this. But don't be sad. Even when you die, you'll be hailed as a historic hero. It clicks. Is this his game? Subaru and LT, Unk and GT. eyes sharpen into pure hate. Kyojo Subaru stomps through the crowd. Straight ahead lies his own funeral portrait, drowning in fresh all of this, just a way for him to hijack the glory of the Blue EY. Suddenly, his gaze shifts from hate to shock. Those white chrysanthemums, they're glowing with a blue light. Subaru's eyes roll back, reflecting the scene. The crowd surges, shoving him violently. Desperate to stay hidden, the crowd erupted in annoyance, yelling, Yo, watch where you're going. Wait your turn, creep. Subaru ignored them, walking like a total zombie straight toward his own funeral portrait. He reached out his hand, touching the glowing light. Subaru whispered in total shock. Is that really you? Sajira Sidri cut to a high-angle shot of a rooftop. A figure stood overlooking the city. Sigur broke the silence. Looks like we survived another year. The woman behind him shot back. Speaking of paying respects, if we were any later, we'd be throwing hands with blue eyes right now. Besides, is this little ritual really necessary? Every single anniversary, dropping some chrysanthemums should be enough. He gently removed his hat, replying softly. You never know what might happen. Subaru might recognize the flowers we left, she scoffed. You really think that kid is still breathing? Sigur replied. I haven't confirmed a body with my own eyes yet. Rina snapped back. Instead of us finding Subaru, Kazuki is going to track our location way faster. And look, if Subaru was actually alive, he wouldn't have just sat there watching everything burn for 20 years, you dummy. Golden hour hit the sky, birds circling above. Cut to Subaru, crumbling in a corner, sobbing like a lost child. His whole body went rigid. She's actually Subaru's thoughts raced. Actually alive. He crushed the flower in his grip, whispering Sigur's name. Interior. The cramped room Subaru Hosoi used to live in. Turns out the guy was broke. The online search for blue eyes returned 0 hits. Subaru slammed the laptop onto the bed, but there's no doubt Sigura is out there. She's alive. But why is she hiding from Kyojo? Is at the root of all this mess? Knowing that guy's personality, he wouldn't let anyone sleep peacefully if they knew the truth. Did Sigur really survive that blast solo? I'm not sure. All 4 of us got blown away that day. But as long as Kyojo is alive and kicking, reaching out now is basically a suicide mission. Plus, I'm powerless right now. Forcing it would just put a target on my back. He stared at the mask and flower on the table, telling himself, first things first. Subaru looked at his hand, clenching it. I need to get my strength back. He gripped the sword tight. Based on Hoso's memories, the player tutorial kicks off in 2 days. He stroked the blade, lost in thought. If I could just survive this. Subaru's eyes hardened with resolve. As long as we're breathing, we can find each other again. Smash cut to the exam hall lobby. Huga stood there, arms crossed, radiating strict instructor energy. A candidate just finished the grind, body dripping with exhaustion. Huga stepped up, voice cold as ice. You passed. But do you want to proceed to the next stage? The guy stammered, terrified. Next stage, he panicked, staring at the system window. System alert. Do you want to challenge the next level? The guy screamed. No way. I'm not doing that. Are you insane? No. How am I supposed to solo 3 of them at once? Huga barked back. Keep it down. My head hurts. I'll fail you right now. As the guy teleported out, he frantically asked, but I still passed right, Huga sighed, complaining. That brat barely scraped by the tutorial. Can't believe I had to let a weakling like that through. Isaac Renhard's kid is the only one who cleared level 20. The rest of this batch looks hopeless. Suddenly, his eyes locked onto the screen. Someone walked in dragging a sword across the floor. Huga warned, that's a heavy name to carry, kid. Well, it only matters if you actually survive. All right, let's do this. In that moment, Subaru stood there, face stone cold, waiting for the system. Notification spawning. 2 goblins. Eliminate the targets. Huga started to speak. Let's get this test started right. Before Huga could finish, Subaru launched forward like a blur. Huga blinked, confused. Did something just fly past me? Before he could process it, Subaru had already deleted the monsters. He smirked internally. Spent 2 days testing this body's limits. And I was right. This vessel I woke up in, it's actually cracked. System. Continued to the next challenge. He accepted instantly. Obviously, I don't have time to waste, so let's speedrun this. Huga let out a shocked gasp at the scene. Rolling right to Huga's feet was the severed head of the monster. He stared in horror at the display. What the hell is happening? Huga froze, analyzing Subaru's movement. His eyes went wide. He's not just swinging wildly. He's predicting 2. No, 3 steps ahead of the enemy. Subaru's grip tightened on the blade. Those muscles popping. The tension in his frame. Hugo watched, stunned. That wasn't just the stance of a skilled swordsman. Even I couldn't pull off footwork that clean. Unless this kid is actually the legendary Subaru Narukami reborn. His blade was a blur, slicing through the monsters with surgical precision. Subaru's eyes ice cold, scanning the carnage. System alert. Stage 49 complete. Want to challenge the final boss? He sighed, barely breaking a sweat. Bring it on right now. The dimension shuddered. Right beneath Subaru's feet, the ground cracked open, glowing with eerie white veins. A massive hand erupted from the earth. Huga screamed, hey, idiot, hold up. You're not actually Narukami. If you want to live, back off right now. The beast roared, deafening the entire arena. Enter the Goblin King. The system flashed red sacrifice detected at stage 49. The Goblin King is enraged. Huga yelled, bail out before it's too late. Fighting the Goblin King isn't brave. It's a suicide mission. Don't be greedy. Skill can't bridge that stat gap. But Subaru, he didn't even blink. Pura determination. I know the math, Subaru thought. With my current stats, I'm basically hitting him with a wet noodle. He gripped his hilt. Even so, his voice cut through the noise. I refuse. Then he did the unthinkable. He threw his sword on the ground. Huga clutched his head, freaking out. Why'd he drop his weapon? Has he lost his mind? I knew this kid was off from the start. But this, meanwhile, the Goblin King charged like a freight train. Thwack! An arrow slammed into the beast's leg. The King and LT, Unk and GT, S face twisted in shock while Subaru crouched low. In his hand, a fist full of poison arrows. Surprise. Ugly. The Goblin King paused, trying to process the glitch in the Matrix. Subaru smirked. Let's place a bet. Do you drop me first, or do I turn you into a pincushion? Zero hesitation. Subaru dashed forward. The Goblin King let out a furious, earth-shaking roar. Come on, answer me. The monster lunged, massive legs tearing up the ground to close the distance. A giant axe swung down, aiming to split him in 2. It was a clash of titans, but Subaru was faster. He weaved through the attack like smoke. Flashback time. He remembered the grueling training. Subaru unleashed a volley of darts. Off target. A memory surfaced. A girl walking up to him, shaking her head. That's not how you throw, Rena. Anything can be a weapon. She stepped up to show him how it's done. As she wound up, she explained. Find the center of gravity, and it becomes deadly. Snap. She nailed the bullseye perfectly. Back to reality. He channeled Rena's lesson. Snap. A direct hit to the monster's throat, followed by a dozen more peppering its hide. Subaru grinned. Power equals rotation plus precision. Inverse to hesitation. That's the arena style. Hugo watched from the sidelines, mind blown. Goblin corpses and loot don't depawn until the trial ends. He's using the game mechanics against itself. I underestimated him. It's not just swordsmanship. He's mastering ballistics and using loot as ammo. Hugo whispered. The kid's a genius. No, genius doesn't cover it. The Goblin King looked like a hedgehog now. The beast collapsed, totally spent. Subaru calmly retrieved his sword. He looked down at the fallen king. Nothing personal. Slash a critical hit to end it. The The system pinged instantly. System, you have defeated the Goblin King. Tutorial stage 50 cleared for the first time. Chill system. It's just the tutorial. Why put a raid boss in the training montage? Level up. Reputation gained. Achievement points acquired. Tutorial shop unlocked. Limited time offer. With these points, what can I get? Current balance, 2,425 points. He kept getting blindsided. I didn't even know this shop existed. Open a shop. Prices range from 5 to 200. I am absolutely loaded. I'm gonna have so many leftovers. He scrolled down and froze. Wait, I can buy this. The Nameless Demon Sword cost 1,000 points. Great Sword effect drains user's life and sanity. Boosts cutting power and physical stats. A failed masterpiece by the legendary blacksmith Kinder. No name, just power. A Kinder artifact in the tutorial. That's insane, but a weapon that eats my HP. Next option, the Sword of Miranda. Cost 1,400 points. Great Sword reduces fatigue buildup. Extends combat time. A mythal blade blessed by the temple. Looking at the Holy Sword, Subaru hesitated. Demon versus Holy. Do I go for raw, self-destructive damage with the Demon Sword or play it safe with the Holy Sword stamina buff? He's wrestling with the decision. Both options look solid. How do I invest my starting points? Gotta play this smart. Then it hits him. A roll strategy. Can I still swap? The system interface flashes open. Skill Greed. Cost 1,400 achievement points. Rank S, level 1. Passive nullifies. All side effects from items and abilities. Rank and proficiency are upgradable. Upgrade cost 10,000 C. Subaru's eyes pop wide open. Total shock. I've never seen a perk like this. If I pair this with the Demon Sword, no. It could literally delete the sword's curse. System notifications flood in. Skill purchased. Greed. Minus 1,400 points. Item acquired. Blade of the Nameless Demon. Minus 1,000 points. A devilish grin spreads across his face. Totally worth every penny. He grips the hilt, giving a test swing. The weight is perfect. Turns out this skill and the Demon Sword are a match made in hell. Instead of struggling with a high-risk weapon from day one, he just hacked the system. Huga strolls up. Not a bad pick, kid. That skill and the item have crazy synergy, but as a proctor, I'm stumped. I'm Huga, by the way. Why that specific combo? I don't know if it's practical, and frankly, neither do you. Subaru snaps back. Do I need to draw you a diagram? Huga flares up. Just explain yourself. Is that really what you're asking? Manners are dead. I swear. You must be fried from the exam, so I'll let it slide. No deep reason, really. Huga stares him down. Internal monologue running wild. So that snot-nosed brat actually made Proctor. He recalls a scrawny kid from back in the day. Big fan, sir. Can I get an autograph? An autograph? I don't have one. Just write your name then. Name's Harato. Snap back to reality. And the boomer rant begins. Back in my day, becoming a player started with etiquette classes. Compared to that standard, kids these days get a couple of skills and think they're gods. Where do their parents go wrong? They hate losing, but demand everything handed to them. And instead of respecting their elders, they call us dinosaurs. Times have changed, just like the hair count on your head, old man. Subaru cuts him off. Look, I'm not answering that. Just keep my test results confidential. Okay, there he goes again, talking back with that shallow wiki knowledge they pick up online. Huga suddenly smirks an idea for me. Fine. Since you lack discipline, I'll train you myself. I'll build you from the ground up. How about it? Want to join the Knights Guild? Hard pass. Hey, it's rare for a proctor to scout someone personally. Go into the second floor. Use the telly. Wait, hold up. Stop right there. The second floor. But Subaru is already ghosting him, walking away without a glance. Huga sighed, defeated. Good lord, what a disappointment. Moments later, Subaru lands in a new zone. The audio clutter is intense. Floor 2. Deep sea fish, fresh from Runeterra. Get your special jerky here. Come check it out. The Rookie Zone. We got everything you need. Fabrics from the martial world to leather jackets from Earth. I'm back. I grabbed a chance nobody else has. My second playthrough. Since I've lived this once, I'm going to crush it this time. For the squad waiting for me, and to rewrite that nightmare ending we all faced. He finds a private training room, the spot for grinding skills and testing limits, durability tests, and all that. As he arrives, an old caretaker asks, "Which floor you from?" Subaru replies, "Just came up. It's a hub for regulars." The old man points a bony finger. Then stick to training room number 1. It's got a straw dummy. Subaru pauses, then counters. I'll take room number 5. Number 5. The old man gets cranky. I'm going to be real with you. Don't do it. It's a waste of cash. Stick to number 1. I appreciate the concern, but give me 30 minutes. Acting like he's the main character in some drama. Whatever. Your funeral. No refunds if you rage quit halfway. The system interface pops up. 50 credits deducted. Balance remaining 10, 50C. The higher the number, the harder the room. And he's right. Walking in with zero gear makes you look like total bait. But he steps in with zero hesitation. All right, let's get this grind started. It's time. Subaru locks in. He grips the sword tight. Crimson light floods the room as the system pings. Nameless magic sword recognizes its master. All stats temporarily boosted, absorbing user, HP, and MP. Greed level 1 attempts to parry the backlash from the nameless magic sword. A sliver of HP and MP regenerates, but Greed fails to fully suppress the Blad's rejection. Stamina is tanking fast. Fatigue is spiking. Just as predicted, level 1 is too weak to handle this beast. But hold on. The nameless magic sword just drained the user's HP. It's a high-risk gamble. Power scales up as health drops. The more the system analyzes, the deadlier the blade becomes. Suddenly, a crimson aura flares up blindingly bright. Subaru is losing the res. Is this his limit? No, this was all calculated. Account balance deducted 10,000 credits. Greed skill leveled up. Subaru slams the blade into the ground, gasping for air like a drowning man. The system interface pops up. Greed is now rank E, secondary skill classification unlocked. Effect mitigates side effect from user-equipped items. Cost to upgrade. Requires 20,000 credits. Greed level 2 engages, actively fighting the sword's recoil. Partial success achieved. The blade devour his HP, but the power output skyrockets. It's working. Subaru's expression hardens into pure steel. Eyes glowing blood red. He prepares to unleash hell. Time to field test this power. Back outside, the old gatekeeper looks bored out of his mind. The old man sigh, thinking he sees a ghost. Am I dreaming or just hallucinating from the boredom? He spots Subaru walking out drenched in blood. The old man rubs his eyes. Wait, is that the kid from room 5? It hasn't even been 10 minutes. He knocks on the door. Hey, dreamer boy, you still alive in there? Silence. He pokes his head inside and his jaw literally hits the floor. What kind of natural disaster hit this place? The room is absolutely demolished. Scene shift to Subaru. He stretches, waking up from a deep slumber. How long was I out? Body feels stiff as a board. Sitting up, he analyzes the situation. If that had been a normal curse sword, I would have breezed through that room. His physical stats are definitely cracked now, and he successfully synced with the sword's chaotic energy. Checking the status window. Name Subaru Hasoi. Origin Earth level 10, Strength 17, Agility 17, Stamina 16, Focus 18, Magic 8, Fatigue 61. Before this, he couldn't even lift the magic sword, let alone swing it. Now he's a different beast. Flashback to the battle. He smirks. The synergy between Greed and the sword is absolute perfection. A full set bonus might actually be possible, but there's a catch. The skill level system window opens. Greed rank F, type secondary skill. Credits required for next upgrade 20,000. Remaining balance 50 credits. Am I seriously this broke? Subaru stares at the screen defeated. I'm having credit flow issues. Already talk about a dead end. Literally, since I already died once. Yo, what is up, guys? Suddenly, a blonde guy approaches talking to thin air. Here to explore floor 2. Flashbacks hit Subaru, reminds him of his rookie days on the second floor. Today's topic, how much does trendy gear actually cost? Let's go. Alexander just donated 1,000 credits. That brings back memories. Donation alert triggers. Thanks for the 1,000 points, Alexander. The guy suddenly dumps a cup of water over his own head and screams, "That stings." Thank you so much. Subaru watches, totally confused. Is this guy off his meds? Is he psychotic? Subaru's eyes narrow with suspicion. He pulls out his phone to check the feed. How do people make money these days? It's the era of PvP. 1 in 3 players is a streamer now. Average income for top players is in the millions. Wait, live streaming. Subaru mutters to himself while scrolling. Real-time broadcasting to farm donations. That's the meta. So that's what that clown was doing. It clicks. Isaac walks up. Yo, you made it. Didn't expect to see you here. You local. Looking at Isaac, Subaru's face goes pale. No, it's not fear. His body is instinctively reacting with disgust. Guess we didn't exactly get along. Isaac presses on. Hey buddy, I'm talking to you. Don't ghost me in real life. Feels like I'm talking to a wall. Subaru is deep in thought. No, this isn't just awkward. He stammers. I actually made it here. Surprise, surprise. Isaac squats down, voice dripping with sarcasm. Never thought a weak piece of trash like you would survive the test. The tutorial. Honestly, I was betting on the goblin gutting you right there. Then it hits him. The memory floods back. Subaru's mind flashes back to the moment he was on his knees begging. Isaac, why? Why are you doing this to me? Wipe that serious look off your face. It's pissing me off. Just hearing your name makes my skin crawl. You can't even follow basic instructions. Totally useless. You trying to advertise that you're an orphan with 0 brain cells because you're doing a great job showing everyone how empty that head of yours is. That incident, the credits you coughed up, not enough. So, bam, Isaac delivers a brutal kick to the gut, sneering at Subaru's pathetic state. Shut it, bastard. Is a good look on you, by the way. Listen up. See that box? That's your crib now. Do not step foot outside of it. No matter what happens, if I catch you wandering, you know exactly what kind of hell awaits you. Remembering the threat, Subaru's expression hardens. What kind of idiot just takes a beating like that? So, is that why you're hiding in that box? The guy just won't shut up. I cleared all the way to stage 20, smashed my old man's record. Even Proctor Huga was singing my praises, calling me a true son of Reinhardt. I even snagged a skill as a completion bonus. AB rank skill. That's the top tier loot you can get from tutorial run. All this talking. I am parched. Maybe I'll grab a drink. He pauses. Actually, scratch that. Since I'm leaving, grab me a coffee when you come back. I don't care if it's cheap slop. Just get it. At that command, Subaru blinks. Huh. Isaac face palms, shaking his head. For real, still disobedient. What is up with you lately? Staring people down, talking back. Did you get body swapped or something? Subaru doesn't flinch. I'm broke. 0 credits. Buy your own damn coffee. Seeing Subaru attempt to leave, Isaac's voice drops an octave. Sit down, but Subaru ignores him and keeps walking. Sorry, kid, but I don't have time to babysit your personal drama, Subaru thinks. Unless this clown gets in the way of my revenge. It's a different story. Suddenly, a hand clamps down on Subaru's wrist. Isaac's eyes are bloodshot with rage. Hey, you really dying to get your face smashed in again. Subaru's reply is ice cold. Let go, unless you have a death wish. Isaac's grip tightens, thickening the air with tension. He glares eyes murderous. Don't get cocky, Subaru. I can't cause a scene in front of this crowd, Subaru calculates. Making a mess now will only complicate things. Suddenly, Isaac bursts into laughter, misunderstanding Subaru's hesitation for fear. Relax. I was just messing with you like old times. Still a coward, huh? With your skills, you probably barely scraped by the tutorial. I bet you're feeling pretty proud of yourself for surviving. Isaac steps into Subaru's personal space, looking at him like he's trash. Do you honestly think you can beat me? If I wanted to, I can make you vanish right now. You know who my father is, right? He turns, walking away with a mocking cackle. Watch your back, friend. Subaru watches him go unfazed. Friend, yeah, right. Suddenly, the system pings. Notice 2 paths for player growth. The holographic guide unfolds. First path, the tower trials. By clearing floors and earning rewards, players grow naturally. To enter the tower's trials, you pay credits, but safety is guaranteed within a virtual space. Since the trials are simulations, even if you die, you only lose credits in progress, not your life. Second path, hunting. This involves slaughtering monsters outside safe zones or clearing floor dungeons. Growth is explosive compared to the trials. However, since hunting takes place in reality, it is a literal life or death situation. If you die out there, it's game over permanently. Cut to the Orc Nest dungeon. Subaru stands amidst the carnage. That's why most players avoid hunting. Why risk your neck when it's a safe option? But Subaru isn't most players. He lounges casually on the corpse of a massive beast he just butchered. Safety is slow. The monster lies in a gruesome heap. Danger is fast. He pulls out a sleek device, scrolling through the breaking news. A masked figure looms on screen. Subaru freezes. Narukami Subaru, 80,000 live viewers. You gotta be kidding me. The mystery streamer brings the hype. What's good, chat? Y'all ready? Today we're crushing the 3rd floor trials. Subaru's face twists in disgust. The name, the mask. How many clout chasers are gonna rip off this persona? System prompt pops up. Narukami is just a sellout, accepting 20,000 credit missions per clear. The fake grins. Narukami Subaru at your service. I'll play the clown if the price is right. Big thank for the 20,000 creds. Homie. Subaru's jaw drops. 20 bands for a single mission. And the requests are flooding in. Notifications blow up users like Lonely Wallet Poker and Safe Asset Drop missions. The masked fraud beams. Appreciate the love, fam. I'm about to wreck this dungeon for y'all. Narukami Subaru out making absolute bank just by turning on a camera. Meanwhile, the real deal is out here breaking his back against literal monsters, risking his life for scraps. A quick check of his balance. A pathetic 50 credits. Salt in the wound. That guy's rolling in dough. Subaru glues his eyes to the screen, studying the hustle. He stands, letting out a long sigh, then snaps into focus. Adrenaline kicks in. All right, time for one last gig. A massive foot slams down. The earthquakes. A horde of nightmares emerges. Fang's beard snarling for blood. System alert. Orkai General has entered the chat. Subaru doesn't flinch. Don't have my poison needles this time, but whatever. I'm packing something way nastier. System update. The nameless magic sword is draining user HP. Every drop of blood fuels his stats. Level 2 mastery kicks in, nullifying the Blad's recoil. He grips the nameless magic sword, eyes blazing. I'm on a tight schedule. Let's wrap this up. System ping. User HP and mental stability temporarily restored. It's go time. Boom. A boot to the beast's face. No time for trash mobs. He launches into an aerial backflip. He rains down destruction, picking them off midair. The boss just stands there frozen, staring up at his doom. Subaru delivers a devastating punch. System clear. The Whispering Orc Dungeon is history. He pauses. Guess I gotta put the costume back on. Staring into the mirror, he mutters to himself. I see how the game is played now. If I'm going to stream, I'm doing it my way with raw skill. He slides the mask into place. Besides, I'm the only real one here. Subaru spins around and marches out. Notification. Narukami. Subaru is now live. Cut to the office. Dead silence. Just Hookah, deep in thought, looking intense. Her jaw tightens. She snaps. What the actual hell is this? Morons. Scumbags. Absolute garbage. A 5-man squad couldn't clear that. Are you kidding me? Xianghun strolls in. Careful. If the sensor beep hits first, that's a 1,000-point penalty. You were borderline just now. So what's the drama? Who is it this time? Hookah growls. Shibuki. Hyun blinks. Wait, is Shibukichi the real Narukami Subaru or another fake? She throws her hands up. Who knows? Could be a clone, could be the guy himself. The OG hasn't shown his face, so logic dictates whoever's the strongest is the real deal. Literally, everyone and their grandma is cosplaying Narukami Subaru for a quick buck. Is the streaming meta officially dead? Zhang Hyun shudders. Don't even joke about that. This platform is the only reason we're eating. Hookah rolls her eyes. You think I don't know that? These clowns don't respect the rules. Even hardcore tower climbers think it's a joke. Zhang Hyun lowers his voice concerned. Hookah, why'd you quit the tower climb for this dump anyway? Boredom? She says flatly. Same reason you bailed, right? If I had actual freedom, I'd be doing literally anything else. Now shut it, Hun flinches. No, I quit because I wasn't good enough. He stares at the floor. He only climbed the tower to meet his idol, Narukami Subaru. Without that goal, his fire just burned out. Suddenly, Hookah yells, Holy crap, I found a diamond in the rough. He sighed, what now? Another weirdo looks stunned. A brand new Narukami Subaru impersonator. This is painful. Is this really what we call talent scouting? What a joke. Why are you even watching a Floor 2 stream with 0 views? But Hookah's eyes are glued to the screen. I know, she whispers. But every time I see that mask, I just can't stop hoping it's him. And just like that, 1,000 credits vanished in a thin air. Zhang Hun hits the deck, practically begging. Please, man, you gotta forgive me. The system spams notifications, initiating second floor trial. Objective clear the starter dungeon and extract. Completion score scales with the kill count. Subaru thinks to himself, this second floor run isn't exactly sweating me, but that feeling of eyes burning into my back. It adds a little pressure. Suddenly, a DM slides in. What floor is this? The random user presses on. First time noob, he mutters under his breath. Yeah, this is my first rodeo. The chat blows up immediately. You serious right now? Is streaming this even safe? If you're a rookie, you're flying blind out there. Out of nowhere, a hideous beast lunges. Subaru's reflexes kick in. He snatches the monster right by its ugly mug. He yeets the thing into the distance. System ping one-eyed bat defeated. 1 point earned. Subaru pauses, muttering, is there a problem? The system chimes in, commencing first trial. Conquer the rookie dungeon and extract. Achievement points awarded based on total kills. Chat scrolls by. Bro's reflexes are cracked. Wait, people are streaming from Floor 2 now. I see them sometimes, but they always rage quit because they get 0 views. Better not get greedy. Just wait for a party to carry you. Subaru speaks up, cool and collected. Hey, love money. Appreciate the advice, but that's going to be a no from me. He cracks a grin. Y prefer running solo. The chat is confused. Solo? Oh? Did you even do your research, bro? He's cooked. Rookies these days. Subaru starts venturing deeper. Just using the name Subaru Narukami pulls viewers automatically. I don't even have to try. Suddenly, a salamander creeps out heading straight for him. His hand snaps to his sword hilt. In a split second, he deletes it. Too easy. Now, let's see how far I can push this. System update. Mud monster defeated. 2 achievement points awarded. The comments start rolling in. Did anyone catch that? Was that actually a mud monster? In the blink of an eye, one-eyed bats swarm him. He moves with fluid, insane speed. Nothing is touching him right now. Chat, what was that glitch? What just happened? Immediately, the system pings. One-eyed bat defeated. ×2. Received 2 achievement points. Defeated mud monster ×2. Achievement points acquired. Subaru addresses the stream. If you guys focus on the audio cues, you can tell exactly which direction and how many mobs are incoming. Chat snaps back. Yeah, we know that. Stop capping. You know, rookie. I know that. Too easy stuff. Hey, no pepper guy. What level are you even? Subaru keeps talking. If you guys already know the basics, I'll just say what's on my mind. Comments pop up. Normal players can't pull that off. Haha. It all comes down to raw skill. Stick to your content, bro. I get it. Haha. Trying to clout chase off the Subaru Narukami name is a bit much though. Haha. Subaru thinks. Still not enough. I need to stack as many achievement points as possible before I extract. Shadispon. Have you just been winging straight this whole time? Real men move in silence. Zero research. You're asking for a beatdown if you just keep walking straight like that. Suddenly, Subaru freezes in the middle of the cavern. Slowly, he tilts his head, eyes locking onto the ceiling. A massive colony of one-eyed bats clinging to the walls. One pupil dilates, glowing crimson, then another and another. A sea of red eyes awakening. Shuspum. See? Told you so. Haha. He is absolutely cooked. See you at the respawn point. System alert user Maloney stream generated quest. Reward 100 reputation points if you wipe them all out. Subaru stands there deep in thought, calculating his next move. The chat reacts. Is this a setup, savage? Huh. Subaru finally speaks. Yune stream. Thanks for the free 100 rep points. A fist slams onto the desk. Knuckles white. Shehun screams in panic. Would I mess up? I was cruising until floor 6, and now I choke here. Give me my money back. Wait, sorry. Was I too reckless? My bad. Hookie is just glued to the glowing screen of her phone. Zion Hyun tilts his head. Jo, fellow. What's up? What are you watching? Her voice drops serious. Something isn't right. Xiong Hyun panics. It's not that much money, I swear. For real. I can pay you back. If I ever touch gambling again, just kill me. Hookie cuts him off. That's not it. Her voice sounds shook. Narukami Subaru. Shanghan glances over confused. Huh, you're still watching that stream. Suddenly, his expression darkened as he looked down. No way. The comments started flooding in. Holy cow. Is this guy really a rookie on floor 2? You kidding me? I'm actually starting to feel bad for those bats. LOL. This is insane. How many is that now? Zhang Haiyan murmured, asking just how many has he soloed? The one-eyed bats were swarming him like maniacs. Just like this, Subaru and LT, Unk and GT, S-blades sliced through the air, dropping them with zero effort. The chat scrolled by. Bro, your explanation explains absolutely nothing. Who called this guy a newbie? Step forward. Something just happened. Is that seriously all you have to say? I'm on a higher floor, and I'm getting schooled by a floor 2 rookie. That advice is basically saying if you move your feet, you can walk. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Subaru let out a sigh. Man, communication is tough. A comment popped up. Don't forget to claim your reputation points. He blinked. Oh right, totally forgot. Subaru and LT, Unk and GT. S fingers tapped hurriedly to claim the points. The chat roasted him. What's wrong? Is he lagging? In real life, Subaru scratched his head awkwardly. How do I even accept this? Another comment rolled in. Aside from his insane skills, this guy is definitely a streaming virgin. Click the accept button on the mission tab at the top of the chat window. Mission complete. Received 100 reputation points from Maloney stream. Subaru replied instantly. Thank you so much. He pushed deeper into the dungeon. The next zone had to be the final one. The system displayed his current stats. 150 points. Achievements currently at 118. Suddenly, a piercing scream cut through the air. It echoed outside the building. Hasuki gasped, eyes wide with excitement. This is bad. She could only stutter. This is so bad. Xiang Haiyan gritted his teeth and covered his ears. The only one in trouble here is you. She whipped her head around. Well, what did you see? Have you ever seen anything like this? Zion Hyun grimaced, retorting. You are overreacting big time. It is literally just floor 2. Hookie stood up, eyes sparkling. Yeah, I'm overreacting. He panicked, waving his hands. Okay, sorry. Her cheeks were flushed red with hype. Where is he from Earth? I am Subaru Narukami from Earth. Could this be destiny? Could it be the reincarnation of Subaru Narukami? She had seen in those comics the classic ice guy trope. Xiang Hyun scowled, muttering to himself. This girl goes completely feral whenever Narukami is mentioned. Hookie kept rambling. What should I do? I'm getting dizzy. Hey, Sehun, if I close my eyes right now, he flinched. No. She looked shocked. What? Why not? Zhang Hun cut in. That's not it. You're thinking about scouting him, aren't you? Hooky shouted angrily. You bet I am. He argued back. He has some flashy moments, but he's still just a rookie. A loner streamer. She cut him off instantly. I know that Xiong Hun's side in defeat. You don't know anything. If we tell the section chief, we're going to get chewed out again. Hooky was fuming. And earlier you were all about gambling on him. Why so serious now? Her cheeks puffed out in frustration. Just you wait and see. Hooky's gaze locked back on his Subaru intensely. Suddenly, the ground around the boy began to tremble. He placed a hand gently on the wall. This was it, the end of the dungeon. The massive doors slowly, heavily creaked open. Subaru stood his ground, radiating pure confidence. And there was the werewolf sitting in a slumber. Your Seeger, the werewolf, the chat exploded. Just seeing that thing gives me anxiety. Insane. Let's keep it a secret that I wiped to this guy 8 times. I thought it was a bug when he wouldn't let me pass on the first try. The system chimed in. Received acknowledgement from the werewolf. Passing through the gate allows you to continue the challenge. Subaru thought to himself. The werewolf isn't a monster created for hunting. It's a gatekeeper designed to gauge the strength of the players. Conquer the rookie dungeon and prove you're worthy to proceed. His eyes slowly shifted. He glanced sideways at the screen. Subaru's face froze in surprise. Huh. 3,000 reputation points. The chat scrolled. Another rude guy just showed up. LOL. Maybe he has no intention of donating. LOL. Announcing budget cuts. Besides, this isn't a monster you kill. LOL. The war werewolf's pitch-black pupils slowly opened. A deep scar ran across its fur right above the eye. The system quickly announced Werewolf Seeger, keeper of the second floor. It let out a long, heavy breath and spoke. A player, huh? Subaru didn't waste a second answering. He just raised his sword in front of him. Seeger voiced his praise for Subaru. You're skilled. Even when you shifted your blade mid-stance, your breathing and gaze didn't waver for a second. Subaru looked puzzled. Blade direction. The wolf continued. From the start, it looked like you were aiming to strike with a single decisive blow. Were you calculating the enemy's fluid movements and even planned your counterattack way in advance? Subaru didn't reply, looking deep in thought. He suddenly pointed at his own face and said, Honestly, I wasn't thinking about anything. Seeger grimaced, what an annoying brat. Subaru drops the line, casually. Maybe I should have held back. Tiger lets out an awkward, nervous chuckle. Normally, yeah, that's impossible. Subaru's mind races. Sig would definitely vibe with how weird this is, right? Look, combat is just aggressive communication. Lock eyes. Transmit the message instantly. We're mobbing a swarm of one-eyed bats. Forget precision aiming. Don't waste time targeting individual eyes. Those bats headbutt when they attack. More enemies equals bigger openings. Use their numbers against them. System ping. Quest earn the werewolf's acknowledgement. The wolf's eyes snap wide open. Total shock. Sordo. The beast grunts. You really pulled up here alone? Subaru replies, voice sub-zero. You got eyes, don't you? The wolf gets right in his face, snout to nose. You are entertaining. I smell a great warrior on you. Chat goes wild. Great warrior scent. Bro, 5 minutes ago, you said I smelled like trash. Yeah, he literally said, I smelled like a dead goblin. Subaru's gaze sharpens into a glare. Wolf Clan warriors don't just smell sweat. They smell souls. They look straight through to your core essence. The wolf speaks up. You got the goods. You pass. Test over. Get out of here. Chet scrolls fast. What is wrong with this NPC? Is he anti-discrimination now? Since when is this a mechanic? Subaru scratches his head, thinking, even in my last playthrough, this never happened. Hate to break it to you, but I'm here for you. The wolf tilts its massive head. Me? Not the loot door behind me. Subaru nods instantly. Yep, somebody put a hit on you. The wolf looks up, realizing, of course, only a great warrior soul would take that contract. Meanwhile, in a sun-drenched office downtown, Hasuki and CEO Hune are sweating bullets, fingers tapping the desk in a furious, angry rhythm. What is this Titan Entertainment Department head John Taylor demands that streamer? What's the viewer count? Gong Hun forces a painful smile. About 20. Hooky cuts in sharply. No, she beams like she just won the lottery. It's over 30 now. Then thinks, shut up, you idiot. John grabs his glasses, furious. Are you guys trolling me? You think I don't know you're gambling on company time, and for what? I said find me a prospect, and you bring me a nobody with 20 viewers. Hooky's eyes drift down. 30. John snaps. Who cares? Hooky, why don't you just stream? You got actual skills. You'd actually get fans. She yells back. Chief, look. Hooky points at the monitor. I just checked. He broke 40. John grimaces. Hey, are you even listening to me back in the dungeon? Subaru stands his ground against the war werewolf. The beast raises a massive arm, claws glistening. Subaru's grip tightens on the hilt. Clear mind. No soats. System alert. Nameless Demon Sword is draining user mana. Stats increasing in proportion to stamina consumed. The buff is active. Subaru centers himself. Chill. System alert. Level up 2. Side effects of Nameless Demon Sword nullified. His pupils glow with eerie light. First time using this. Thoughts vanish. The werewolf lunges. Just gotta do it like I always do. Clang. Subaru's blade catches the claws. The wolf doesn't pause it. Immediately swipes again. The beast unleashes a frenzy of attacks. Subaru plants his feet, struggling to stay upright against the onslaught. Subaru leaps back, gasping for air. Guy is a tank, trying to overpower him as suicide. The wolf glares, analyzing a true warrior. The beast shifts its stance for another run. It speaks, but you aren't on my level. Subaru refuses to let go of his sword. Shariakt. Defensive playstyle for a mercenary build. Lame, bro. That wolf is broken. Stats are unfair. Maybe takes 2 or 3 tries. Whoever made this quest is going to regret it. Nah, he's got this. Going to be tough, though. Subaru is literally backed against the wall, panting, thinking sometimes. Brain beats brawn. The werewolf grins. You interest me, little warrior. The claws go high. Time to end this. The massive arm comes down like a guillotine. Pure destructive force. Subaru pivots his body at the last frame. That's exactly what I said. You telegraph your moves way too much. Slash. Subaru's blade bites deep into the wolf's torso. The beast collapses, blood spraying everywhere. Subaru doesn't stop. He launches himself into the air. Gripping his blade tight, he effortlessly unleashes his skills to dismantle the werewolf. Subaru smoothly sheathes his sword back at his hip. The werewolf looks up, gasping out. Perfection warrior. The system alerts flood and werewolf defeated. Level 12 reached. Strength +2. Agility +1. Focus +1. Magic +2. 500 achievement points secured. Chat pops off. Wait, did he actually clap him? Is he frozen? Did he just die standing up? This stream is fire. Isn't this his first run? No way. Subaru pants, flashing a smirk. He's down. Chet scrolls fast. Solo run. Cap off to you. The quest giver LOL bet. He never thought the kid could pull it off. Viewer count 56. System alert. Mission complete. 3,000 reputation points received from Bossy Set. Subaru speaks up. I'll put it to good use. Bossy Set. System update. Current reputation 3,150. Current achievement points 618. The gate cracks open and Subaru slowly steps into the blinding light. Suddenly, he freezes, sensing a lethal threat. Shariakt. Something's raging. System panels multiply before Subaru's eyes. Chat freaks out. 13 options. You joking? The record so far is only 6, right? Is this a new record? I only got system notification. Number of choices is proportional to player talent. Will you challenge the Thunder trial? Chat hypes him up. That's the spirit far. If he doesn't pick Thunder here, he needs a name change. Subaru hesitates for a beat, then finally speaks. I choose it. The system instantly confirms Thunder trial selected. Subaru's entire body gets wrapped in a powerful electric aura. Hooky stays glued to the monitor, tracking every move. Everyone bursts into excited laughter. There it is. Hooky points at the screen. He actually did it. We hit 60 viewers. How's that? Ever seen a streamer blow up this fast? And usually quests give 2 or 3 options max, but he unlocked 13. John lowers his voice. Continuing, it is seriously impressive taking down a werewolf. Rumor has it that Beast was undefeated, but still he's just a rookie streamer on the second floor. There's a lot left to discuss. Hooky grins with excitement. Chief, want to place a bet? He blinks, surprised. A bet? She continues. If he fails to absorb the Thunder, Zion Hyen and I will work for a fixed salary for 5 years. On the flip side, if he succeeds, you sign him immediately. No complaints. See who starts whining. Say what? Why am I involved? Hold on. Wait. I don't even know this guy. John chuckles. Even if he makes it to the trial, do you really think he stands a chance? The only player to ever master Thunder was Subaru Narukami. Hooky replies confidently. Won't know unless we try, right? John crosses his arms. Fine, I'll take that bet. Hooky quickly covers Zong Hun and LT, Unk and GT's mouth. I don't. System alert Thunder, trial commencing. Subaru glares, whispering this is. Suddenly, a voice cuts through the air. Watch out. Someone tackles Subaru out of nowhere. Boom. A massive explosion erupts from behind. Falcon is panting hard with a giant fragment looming behind him. He yells at the dazed Subaru. What was that? You got a death wish. System update. Defeat the giant fragment. Subaru is shocked. Why is this guy here? Suddenly, the giant fragment grits its teeth and looks down. Chat scrolls by. What's the situation? Isn't this the Thunder Trial? Yeah, that's a monster from the Giant Clan. Why'd he spawn like that? Subaru thinks a boss-level monster. It was supposed to appear in part 2 of the trial. Did something shift? Because I took down Rex the Giant Fragment. Slams its weapon into the ground. In a blink, Subaru has already vanished from the spot. Walking slowly, he sighed. It's just big. Its structure is way inferior to Rex. Lucky I already have this intel. Falcon rushes over, and after I got in trouble, saving you. Run now. Subaru tightens his grip on the hilt. I need to wrap this up fast before anyone interferes. System alert. The nameless demon sword absorbs user's blood. All stats increase, corresponding to health consumed. Upgraded to level 2. Side effects of the demon sword nullified. At this moment, Subaru stands his ground against the giant fragment. He suddenly widens his stance, locking into combat mode. The battle rages. The giant fragment slams its weapon down with bone-crushing force. Subaru sticks the landing just in time. But the monster isn't done. It charges again, relentless. Falcon gazes up at the sky, watching the chaos unfold. He sees Subaru hovering in midair before diving straight for the beast's head. The blade sinks deep without a second of hesitation. One strike, and the giant fragment screams in agony. Subaru's eyes go pitch black, staring cold. You're too loud. He grips the hilt tighter. Stay quiet for the rest of your life. The monster forces its head up. Blood sprays everywhere. Its eyes droop shut. Fight's over. System alert. You have defeated the giant fragment. Stage 4 cleared. The chat goes wild. Stage 4 already. System alert level up, level 13 plus 2 levels. Strength plus 1, agility plus 1, health plus 1, magic power. You received 4,000 achievement points. Loot drop giant's heart. Loot drop thunderous chat, 4,000 points. Is that back pay for stages 1 through 4 all at once? That's generous. Killing the werewolf perfect clears from stage 1 to 3. Falcon walks up to Subaru stunned. Yeah, you are. Chat lights up. Wait, is that Falcon? LOL. Bro switched to polite mode real quick. Anyone would be on guard if a monster like that spawned in stage 4. Yeah, total panic mode. LOL. Falcon gasps, completely shook. Who on earth are you? Subaru stays ice cold. Can't you tell by looking? His pitch black eyes look down. I'm here to slaughter giants. Cut to a dead silent town. Barely a soul in sight. Just nervous guards patrolling. Subaru sits alone in a quiet room. Eyes glued to the screen. Chat demands content. Show us the loot. Let me see it. Show us. Bet it's magic tier. Nah, probably rare. Subaru reaches into his inventory. I'm curious myself. Alright, let's unveil this system alert. Giant's heart rank rare, type accessory health plus 2. A ring carved from a giant's actual heart. Boosts health and regeneration speed. Subaru muses. Accessories are high value loot. Health boost. I can dig that. He glances at the floor. Needed some armor anyway. System alert. Thunderous rank rare type armor. Defense plus 5 infused with the power of lightning. Active skill thunderous usable once daily. Nullifies all debuffs. 3 charges remaining. Chat sick find even with the usage limits. That's viable until floor 5. No way. Giant's heart is an in-game item. Priceless, honestly. Subaru equips the heavy armor instantly. System alert. Narukami. No register za quest. Reward 5,000 reputation points. If you pick up thunder magic, give it your all. Subaru nods solemnly. Appreciate it. At no one Narukami. System alert. Imban register za quest. I'll drop 5,000 for the same mission. Mr. Villain joins in. 3,000 points for the same quest. Chef Essence registers a quest. My love and 7,000 reputation points. Subaru speaks up. Thanks, guys. I'll make sure to show you what I can do. Why is everyone so hyped for thunder magic? Maybe he's the chosen one. More important than he realizes. Suddenly, a voice from the hall. Komein, chat. Perfect timing. LOL. Ear against the door much. But he's got a quest, too. Enter Falcon and the man beside him, Pellis. Falcon smiles. Sorry for the wait. This is the knight captain of the village, Sir Pellis. Giant attacks have been ramping up lately. As knights, we're on guard duty 24/7. Full gear, total lockdown for everyone's safety. We banned all non-essential travel. Didn't expect an outsider to roll up, especially now. Pelias steps forward. Heard you held the line while I was gone. On behalf of the village, thank you. Subaru cuts him off. No need. I just did what had to be done. Pellis, you're the face of this village. A brave knight standing against the giants. Pellis's expression hardens. Luckily, our scouts found the giant chieftain. We're planning a suicide mission to corner it. So, forgive my rudeness, but I'm begging you. Please save our village. Subaru stays silent. He just stares at Passus. The chat explodes. Pelias, don't die on us. Pellis, is he going to die? Stop with the spoilers. Subaru grimaces internally. According to my memory, Pellis is definitely dust in the next stage. He reaches out his hand slowly, chin up. A confident smile spreads across his face. I'm in. Let's do this. Pellis beams, shaking his hand firmly. Thank you so much. The system drops a blaring alert. Level 5 survival mode initialized. The entire squad marches in sync, bathed in the dying light of a crimson sunset. Subaru's eyes are glued to his interface. Viewer count is skyrocketing, and the chat stream is scrolling faster than he can even read. Interaction impossible at this speed. Suddenly, Bellows freezes, throwing up a hand. Hold it. Falcon's face goes dark as he points dead ahead. A massive muscle-bound monstrosity blocks the path. Bellows, chief of the giant, steps up. I'll draw its aggro. Benefactor, you flank him from the rear. Suddenly, a hand clamps onto his shoulder. Hold up. Below grits his teeth, snapping his head back to look at Subaru. The earth beneath them violently convulses. Bellows and his crew are losing it. Panic setting in. But Subaru, his gaze sharpens, locking onto the threat. That's not human. The chief's pupils dilate in pure shock as the creature slowly shifts its gaze to the side. Massive giant shards materialize out of nowhere, charging in with a frenzied manic energy. Bellows watches from a distance, eyes wide and body trembling. Why is this happening? A colossal hand descends to crush them. Stop. Death is staring them right in the face. The giant shard looms closer, flashing a sinister grin with soulless white eyes. Sheer terror takes over. The formation breaks. Retreat to the mountain base. Move, move, move. The giants let out a rage-fueled roar. Bam! A massive fist pulverizes a sacrificial victim into the dirt. Screams erupt. One guy tries to charge but gets tackled by a teammate. Don't do it. The monster raises a hand as the man wails in despair. Brother Votrin Bello stands his ground as a human shield spinning around to bark orders. That is a direct command. Get out of here. His voice cracks like thunder to shake them out of it. Think of your families, your village. This isn't where our story ends. We will rebuild. That snaps them out of it. They bolt. Bellows turns back to hold the line alone. I'm entrusting Falcon's leadership to you guys. He turns his head to the side, and then he bumps right into a shadow. Bellows screams, you two get out of here. Please rebuild the order. Avenge us. Subaru coolly unshafts his blade. Actually, that's my line. Subaru steps past him. You're not planning to run. Bellows blinks, totally confused. Huh? What are you talking about? Subaru waves him off. You're in my way. I can't move freely with you here. If you stay, we're both dead meat. Below looks like he's about to explode. Abandon an outsider and run. I can't do that. Subaru roars. Don't make me say it twice. That does it. Bello sprints away, but not without one last look back. I'll gather the warriors. Just hold out until then. Subaru ignores him, eyes locked on the horde. Thanks, Bello screams, fading into the distance. Survive this battle. I owe you my life. Stay safe. The monster horde erupts in a deafening roar. Subaru launches himself forward. Zero fear, his blade enveloped in energy. A pitch black aura coats the steel. I'm your opponent now, slash. He cuts deep into the giant's leg. The titan loses its footing, teetering on the edge of collapse. The sound alerts the rest of the pack. Hearing their kin scream, the others turn their gaze. Subaru casually wipes sweat from his brow as a system window pops up. Defeated trace of the giant ×2. 20 achievement points acquired. His eyes glow crimson as he slices through another one. Even if this is just a test, I really hate being left behind. Meanwhile, back to Bellows. He's sprinting full tilt into the forest before skidding to a halt. Lungs burning, breath heavy. He looks back at the path he took. Guilt washes over him as he clenches his jaw tight enough to crack a tooth. Back with Subaru. The chat is exploding. Is he actually trying to fight? That's straight up suicide. There's too many of them, bro. Just needs to survive. Exactly. Why'd he chase the tank away? Score depends on how many warriors make it out alive. Wait, it's not just about surviving. This game is rigged. Subaru catches his breath, mind racing. Bellows was scripted to die here. If I play it this way, I can save every single one of them. While Subaru strategizes, the giants go berserk charging him. Boom! Subaru executes a one-hit kill. Defeated trace of the giant, 10 achievement points. He pivots instantly, deleting another one. Defeated trace of the giant, 10 achievement points. Subaru analyzes the situation. The nameless demon sword drains the user's mana. Stats buff correlates to mana consumption. Taking him out one by one, piece of cake, he grips the hill tighter. The real question is, how long can I sustain the demon sword's power? I need high ground to spot the boss. He scrambles up the corpse of the giant he just dropped to get a better vantage point. The remaining titans lock eyes on him. Subaru surfs through the air. Below him, the monsters unhinge their jaws, waiting for a free meal to drop. One beast gapes its mouth wide, reaching up to snatch him out of the sky. Subaru doesn't even swing his sword. He just stomps right on its ugly face. Subaru treats the giant's faces like literal stepping stones, parkouring his way up. The chat goes wild. One slip and he's toast. Aerial combat isn't just a skill. It's Subaru Narukami's playground. Tuning out the spam, he locks in. Goal hit level 2. Got to neutralize the nameless demon sword's backlash. His stamina and mental fortitude fully recharged. Stamina drain is way lower now. Good gear is a total game changer. Suddenly, his eyes snap wide. Target acquired. I need to find the boss before I burn out. He spots the monster in the distance. Found you. The beast locks eyes with him and lets out a twisted mocking laugh. Subaru doesn't hesitate. He dives straight in. The giant winds up a massive weapon. Subaru's mind races midair. If I don't drop him in one shot, I'm finished. The giant raises its club, face dead serious. Subaru looks stone cold on the outside, but inside he's praying hard. Please just work. Snap. The sound cuts through the air. Instantly, Subaru is engulfed in a blinding golden aura. Thunder booms across the battlefield. The giants recoil, clutching their heads and shielding their eyes in agony. Screams tear from their throats. Even the boss drops his weapon to cover his face, then glares up, roaring. Human Subaru descends like a hawk blade aimed dead center of the monster's skull. The nameless demon sword drinks his mana greedily. His eyes glow crimson. The blade flashes with lethal light. Thrust. The blade sinks deep. The monster's eyes bulge in pure shock as blood sprays in a gruesome fountain. The massive giant stares in disbelief before tilting backward. Gravity takes over crash. Down goes the titan. The rest of the mob is too busy writhing in pain to notice their leader is dust. Target destroyed. The giant seed system windows pop up like crazy. Stage 5. Survival cleared. Performance excellent. Level up. Stats incoming. Strength +1. Agility +2. Stamina +2. Magic power +1. The stream chat is losing its mind. Has anyone ever soloed that boss? No way. How is he this cracked? Was the difficulty nerfed? I didn't even see the kill window. When did that happen? He beat the unbeatable. Total glitch abuser. God, I hate how weak my avatar is compared to his. Subaru is gasping for air, lungs burning. If this were a typical mana, this would be the cool ending pose. But nope, the sky turns pitch black, lightning strobe flashing violently. The giants snap out of their daze, lowering their hands. Subaru raises his sword, realizing the grim truth. Reaching level 2 didn't cancel the demon sword's curse. He sways, barely keeping his feet, right? The rules. Even with the objective cleared, the mobs won't depawn until the timer hits 0. The mechanic he exploited to farm XP. Yeah, it's coming back to bite him hard. Blood drips from beneath his mask. Subaru stares at the wall of giants. This is bad. Really bad. I'm out of juice. Suddenly, the heavens open up. A bolt of golden, lightning tears through the sky, hitting the ground at Mach speed. The flash blinds him. Boom! Direct hit on Subaru. The explosion forces the giants back in terror. Meanwhile, in a different forest, the sky is blue. Birds are chirping. Golden sunlight filters through the canopy. Deep in these woods sits a treehouse nestled in the leaves. A girl is sitting out front, focused on something. Her eyes are glued to a device in her hand. Seeger steps out of the cabin, spotting her immediately. He walks over. What are you doing out here? She ignores the question completely. Weather's nice, isn't it? Air is fresh. Rina doesn't look up. Better enjoy it while you can. Sager looks up at the sky. Is it almost time? She pauses. 1 year tops. He turns back to her. Not in at all, huh? She goes silent. Seeger lets out a helpless sigh. You're so weird. Zoning out while we're discussing the apocalypse. He leans in to see her scream. What's got you so hooked? She hesitates. Oh, this. It's a stream of Subaru right now. He goes by Subaru Narukami. Seeger loses his cool. Subaru. You said Subaru. Rina sighs. Relax. Obviously.